today. I am joined by the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, for discussion on dissecting labor and federal government impasse over petrol subsidy removal. Thank you very much for joining us, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much.
It is an honor. So let's start with your assessment of 2 months of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How will you assess it?
Well, I didn't know you would start with that question, but let me again reiterate certain facts. And I want to be held to account by them. And I've said it severally, nobody in Nigeria has done a playback on me that I said this 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, last year, and I'm saying something new. Let me equally tell you that I am not a member of the APC. No, I'm not a member of the APC, and I will never be a member of the APC. And let me equally tell you, service in this country or to humanity, you don't have to be in any office. So I am saying it again here that Nigeria is the most important entity in the system. And anybody who wishes us well will recall severally that I've said, I shall continue to say the truth, bear my mind on issues that will turn around our country and that will keep our leaders on their toes, on their feet, to be able to do what is right for our country. So going by your question, Asiwaju has spent 2 months in office. Let us first of all be very clear with ourselves. There's no magician. Even Jesus says certain things cannot happen. Certain miracles will never happen without prayer and fasting. Long suffering. Because certain things had gone demonic in certain situations. Our country, as of today, is fairly suppressed, deprived, and I don't want to use demonic because things are not right. There is no man, I don't know if there are angels who will carry certain messages of God and make them happen now, who can repair this our country in 8 years. But what is important is that we want to see a progressive, very clear progressive must be seen of an effort to turn around situation of things. The next one is this. I saw dollar going up. I'm not going to watch a brief for Asiwaju, but if he does the wrong thing, I will come in this station to say it. After I might have sent a message to him to watch this. I'm not a member of his party, but I will be able to be courageous enough to say the truth. Now, is that dollar is going up? But may I say to you, in these 2 months, is Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu manufacturing dollar? No. Things like this have to take a process. One good thing is I've seen him beyond the physical. He's not blaming anybody for the past. With all respect, when President Buhari became president, up till the end of, almost the end of his second tenure, he was still blaming Jonathan. The past administration, the PDP, under Yaradua, he was still blaming them. This man said, I asked for the job, I campaigned, and I'm going to serve. Don't pity me. And I want to tell you, he's doing the job. These 2 months is not enough to assess anybody. Critical decisions have been taken. Fallout of those decisions were expected. Whether maybe Asiwaju is a miracle worker, I need a miracle. But I know it's not a miracle worker. He's going to walk the path through the roads to ensure that Nigeria is repositioned. Obasanjo left this country, whatever you say about him, left this country with close to about 50 billion foreign reserve. Obasanjo will not stop there. He cleared our debts. Today, even the SS crude account totally depleted. Nothing is supporting Nigeria spendings in dollar. Maybe Nigerians don't know. It is when you have certain levels of foreign reserve that can support the spending, your card spending, the credibility of your currency and all that. Where is the foreign reserve? Badly depleted. Secondly, average Nigerian likes imported things. What are we manufacturing? So expecting Asiwaju to now turn the dollar, because when you merge the existing two different foreign how do I put this one? There's the 420 or $413 rate. There's another one in the black market. Imagine these two has caused this problem of increase in dollar. And it takes time to stabilize them because we were living in deceit of the truth before now when Emefiele was there. So things will come back over time. It first of all gets bad before it gets good. When you are in a flight, you have turbulence. That turbulence does not say the plane is going to crash. After a while, it gets better. And I believe that with the way it's going. Another thing about the man that I've noticed is that it's part of every decision. Not the one they will say, Baba Sokwe. Nobody has said Baba Asiwaju Sokwe now. Every day, you see the president being part of every decision. When I was governor of Ekiti, I don't send people. I am there myself. Everything I take responsibility. So I want to assure you that it is 2 months of hope, great hope, but without denying that it's not been easy for the average Nigerian. But you cannot but go through this turbulence to get things stabilized over time.
All right. So, Your Excellency, before we get into the crux of our discussion tonight, I would like you to react to the caliber of ministerial nominees already screened by the Senate. What do you make of that list?
Well, like I said, Asiwaju is not a magician. You cannot equally say what your son would do or what your daughter would do or what your wife sometimes would do. The only person I believe in largely, if you say stand in for somebody, I will only stand in for my wife. My son will stand in for his own wife too, because my wife will be the only woman in this world that has publicly changed her name to my name. So I take responsibility. So let me come back to, maybe it was on Channels Television a few weeks ago. I said I brought some suggestions. I don't know whether he took those suggestions or that made what the decisions he took manifest and great and impressive like this. One, I said let us have the old order, the old cargo. I'm a former governor, I'm a former ally of Asiwaju, I'm a former this. Let them be only 40%. Let women be about 30%. Let youth be about 30%. And you see, I went with my friend for the screening, Governor Wike. Will you say Governor Wike is not a good material? He's not a member of APCO. Who in Nigeria? Governor Wike commissions projects almost every other day in the 8 years of his administration. If they give Wike any assignment, Nigeria can go to bed. Let us go a little further. I'm not somebody that come and watch brief for anybody. When you look at the young people Asiwaju put in office, nominated, there's a gentleman, I met him only once in my life, Bumi Ojo from Ondo State. Go and look at the CV. Go and look at the CV. Go and look at this other person, the Adelabu, who was in CBN before. Let us go a little further. Look at the women. The lady from Abia, fantastic. Look at her CV. Look at the lady from Delta, Look at the lady from, is it Imo? I looked at them very closely. Except we want him to go and open the stomach of a lot of people and know what is inside them. So far, so good. Look at this gentleman, Zach, the SA on revenue. That guy is a genius. His brain, a genius. I don't know how he actually thought of it to bring that guy up. So, and that guy is about 40 years. So, I think the man, nobody has done such employment. I remember Jonathan bringing up Nweke Jr. at some point, or Obasanjo. Look at the guys that they put online. Look at Wiki. Look at these guys. Okay, look at the former governors. Look at the governor of Ebonyi. That man is an embodiment of performance. Governor of Ebonyi. Go to Ebonyi. I was there myself. They didn't tell me. And let us be sincere with ourselves. This government has taken off well.
All right. So, I mean, the administration is facing its first litmus test with organized labor who embarked on nationwide protest over petrol subsidy removal. What's your reaction to this development?
They are jesters. Labor, they are jesters. With all respect to them. You know, first question you will ask. Somebody came to office in 2 months. No minister yet. What do you expect of him? How many, even when Buhari was there, Buhari doesn't even listen to anybody. How many strikes did they carry out when Buhari was there? Majority of them were more than scared to even come out. You will now see pro-Buhari labor unions, union members. It is funny. Why did they now stop? Why did they not continue? They said they went to see the president. Why are they not seeing the president? What has changed overnight within 24 hours that made them stop? They are jesters. They are only suffering innocent Nigerians. We must hold Asiwaju to account, or we must allow him time. Buhari did not put subsidy in the budget. Let us say Asiwaju did not even cancel it. I mean, did not make that pronouncement. How will he fund it? Not putting it in the budget is just a pronouncement that is just to be added. We should stop playing to the gallery. If they want to seek relevance, let them seek it decently. I have no objection when the government is not doing well. You must go for the government and keep them on their toes. But not okay. Atiku, Asiwaju, and Obi said, we will remove subsidy. So, please, what has gone wrong? Who is lying? So, Trump said, I will do this, I will stop immigrants, and he was doing it. Asiwaju says, I will stop subsidy. Atiku said, I will stop. He said, I will stop. So where is this problem coming from? You say I did not put something to mitigate the suffering. The man said, I will do this, create soft loans, SME, so many things reeled out. And the labor itself were members of Labour Party. Why did they not shout to be smart at that time? So I have respect for everybody, but we have to tell the truth. That was why I've taken time to explain. Asiwaju, I am not among those people coming to hustle. If you don't do the right thing, we will come and, as our kingsman, we will come and tell you, these are what people are saying. Oh. That is after giving you enough time. But if you don't equally answer, you will have enough courage to say the truth. You will not die there. Somebody called me when I was criticizing the DSSS by their shameless show at the court. I'm not for Emefiele. Neither am I going to allow to see an agency, DSSS, beating up a sister agency. I will keep quiet. They said, maybe Asiwaju will not like it when I say it. I say, you are a fool. You are a big fool. If you call this time again, I will block you. I'm not a sycophant. I was governor at the same time when Asiwaju was governor in this country. Asiwaju himself took time to criticize governments in government house. So I'm sure Asiwaju is not opposed to being criticized. But our criticism must be constructive, result-oriented. Not just because I don't like Asiwaju's face, so I must insult him. Count me out.
All right. So at the moment, there is ongoing negotiation between Labour and federal government. So why is it taking the parties, too long to reach an agreement?
You see, when you assume office, you can't know it all in 2 months. Like I said to you, it would take a miracle worker to do the extra. Sometimes, I was governor at some point. I know the behavioral attitude of Labour. They will know the truth. They will say there are people are pushing them. They just want to do a show. You understand? So let me just assume that, okay, why did they go back to the same meeting they have been going and they had to come out and do a roadshow? How? So, but I don't want to hit anybody too much. Since they said they've gone back to negotiation, let them remain there. You find out that people are not following them. They are following themselves. People are not following them. Nigerians are not happy that things are very hard. But they understand that this subsidy is a benefit to a few Nigerians from this evil. You understand? And they are giving the public stipends. That's it.
All right. So I know you touched on this earlier, so I would like us to go back there. Do you agree with those who describe the position of NLC as largely political?
Totally. Without, look, equity in itself says it all. You can't be a member of another political party. If I were Ajero, I would step aside. I can't openly come out and identify with somebody and also be leading a rally against you. It's an extension of the Labour Party. That's the gospel truth. Don't let us just play it. If you don't want this administration to succeed, come out and say you don't want it to succeed. This rally, very ill-timed, unpopular. How many times did they strike during Buhari? They went to look into their accounts, all of them, majority of them at the time. They couldn't talk. Oh. The FCC went to look up at their accounts, showed them paper. Everybody kept quiet. So
you're on the side of those who have said it is really unhealthy.
It's wrongly timed. It's not the right time for such. I've said it, actually, you must be called to account at all times where necessary. But we must not be doing it for political gains or whatever reasons they are doing it. What can anybody do in 2 months? What did Buhari do in 8 years? You see, I tell people certain things. They care to listen. Nigeria belongs to all of us. If we drag it down, we're all being dragged down. If we work hard to support and ensure that we make a success of this country, number one, our generation has overstayed our wants. That is the truth. We have chopped the rights of the young people, double their time. We have chopped it. What I mean by we have chopped it is that in a situation, you will see that it will be impossible in distant future not to find a very young man being president of Nigeria. Because the awareness is huge. So, as it is now, if this man, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is now hands-on to make Nigeria better, let us cooperate with him. It's not about political party. We've done elections, they've come and gone. I'm not interested in anything anymore. I'm not contesting. You cannot go and wait for me. If you wait for me, you wait in vain. I don't send you. That's my position.
All right, so let's look at some of the demands by Labour, which include reversing the policy on subsidy removal. How feasible is this?
That is impossible. It's just what we see, somebody jambalaying, just running his mouth. Remove what? Why did they not tell Buhari not to put it in the budget? How visible? The money Buhari borrowed, they went to the capital market. They are unforgivable debts. When you go to the capital market to source money, if it's 20 years, you have to pay. It's not a World Bank or such institutions that will say, we are forgiving you your debts. It's forever. They took those loans with people's contribution, investing in that bond. So there's nobody that will forgive you that. So will this actually go and be borrowing money again? How will he do it? So he has to look inwards. And he said, my target is the rich. While I will provide subsidy, cushion the effect of the policies for the poor. So it's targeting, recovering, getting money from the rich. When you look at the spread, more than 40%, more than 70% of Nigerians has nothing above 500,000 in their accounts. About 20% has the whole money in the country. The man said, my target is the rich, so that the poor can breathe. When he takes money from the rich now, with the new tax regime, with the extra charges on what the rich knows how to consume, the poor will breathe. And that's what Akpabi was saying, and the National Assembly saying the poor should breathe. It is policy that can make the poor breathe, though. It is policy, and the policy is that tax the rich for the poor to breathe. It's sad things are not easy for Nigerians now, but the truth is that there's no Ajiwaju that can do miracle. They should forget that. I once told somebody, God is not taking certain costs from Nigeria anymore. God is not taking. Look at China, no church, no mosque. In this Nigeria, every house here is church or mosque. Is God deaf? God is not deaf. God is not deaf. The evil is now more than that Nigerian prayer can hold, because majority of the people who pray are even criminals. That's the truth. If it is a sanctimonious relationship between the people and the church on a Sunday, on Monday we should not have crime on the roads. Go ahead.
All right, so I wanted to ask, why do you think it is difficult for NLC and its allies to understand this?
They do. Let us leave this story now. Right. I have been in government. These NLC people, there are two options. It's either, you know what they call drop something. I'm not saying that is the position, no. There is no way Asiwaju cannot manufacture money. Even if it's article there, it cannot manufacture money. Where would they get the money from? What are we exporting? Right.
So another demand by Labour is revival of the refineries. Why is it difficult for successive administration to keep these refineries working?
I don't know. But Asiwaju too has said that he will fix Port Harcourt refinery. I hold him to that. Let him hold him to his words. Me, I don't know. I've never been president before. I was only governor of Ekiti, and I did my best. Good luck to my adversaries. I don't send them. I've done my best. So what I'm telling you is that I don't know where Buhari failed, why Jonathan did not fix it. That's not my business. But anybody who says something, we must hold them to account. So, okay, let's leave the past. This man says he will do this, he will do this, he will do this. Let's give him time. It's not the day you marry inside church, you have baby now. Abi, I'm lying. You're a good girl.
All right, so Labour has also argued that against total floating of the Naira in the foreign exchange market. My question is, what do you think, who do you think is right between government and Labour on this particular issue?
Say that again.
Labour argued against total floating of the Naira in the foreign exchange market. So I'm asking, who do you think is right between government and Labour on this issue?
Sincerely, I didn't get that right. I don't understand what you're trying to say. When you are saying floating the Naira, what does that mean? You said floating the Naira.
And that's what Labour is saying, argued against total floating of the Naira in the foreign exchange market.
That is allowing the Naira to determine.
Absolutely. And is it right to have multiple foreign exchange windows?
That is what Asiwaju has done now. He has removed multiple, and he has left it to a situation where the market determines the value of the Naira itself. And measures over time by this new administration, or for instance, any administration, is what will stabilize the Naira. As long as Nigerians still enjoy foreign food, foreign this, foreign that, and we are not generating Naira, dollar, there's no miracle. The problem is with Nigerians, not even the government. A time must come that we must look at, as you said, he's going to take firm steps on power. If power gets better, you will see somebody who is a welder hairdresser, a number of consumptions of diesel will reduce. Without getting power right and a number of things right, SME may not get far. So for me, even if he wants to do otherwise, he can't do it because he has abridged the government price of the dollar and the black market. He has abridged them. And what is left is for Naira to find his level. It's going to be like those days when some people are taking advantage of a system. They want to do something, they get the government rate. We will go and face the black market rate. So let everybody be on the same page. I think that is the best way to go.
All right. President Tinubu has also rolled out some plans for subsidy palliatives. But why do you think they are not enough to assuage the feelings of the workers?
You see, I have said this to you. There is no magician in any man. Don't let anybody come and tell you there's no way Asiwaju or Atiku or Obi will place Nigerians overnight. I'm saying this so that they will not say, he's speaking for Asiwaju. No, any one of them, where we await the outcome of the court, any one of them, there's no magic. Asiwaju is faced with a National Assembly. You can't deny that. Asiwaju is faced with laws, extant laws guiding every situation in the country. He can't do certain things by fiat. That is the truth. So for me, he needs time to be able to put a lot of things in place. So we don't just want manna overnight. It's not going to come. That's the way I see it.
All right. Your Excellency, let's take a break. I've been speaking with the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, and tonight we're focused on Labour and federal government impasse over petrol subsidy.